strapline for the Driving Standards Agency is Safe Driving for Life, and we aim to deliver that by testing all candidates to a consistent standard to ensure that they are safe once they've passed the test to drive on the public roads.
Capita IT Services has implemented and worked alongside the Driving Standards Agency for the last 10 years.
We work with Capita as partners. They are our IT partners and they know our business. It's a two-way partnership. Not only do we go to them and say, how could we do this? They also come to us and say, have you considered that?
The old driving test booking system that we used to operate wasn't very user-friendly. The new system itself is much more user-friendly. It's based on a Windows platform, and anybody who's used applications based on Microsoft suite of applications will be very familiar with the look of the driving test control system that we now operate.
Since the introduction of the driving test control system, it's much quicker. It's easier to navigate around, response times are much quicker, and the level of support that we get from our help desk at Capita is very good.
The system has been designed to be inherently scalable. It's based on open standards, it's based on .NET technology, thin client, secure, robust technology. Since the internet booking system and the automatic speech recognition system was enabled in 2003 and 2004, they have reduced the call centres from 5 down to a single call centre.
Because I will need to take the payment straight away.
The Newcastle Centre is now becoming a centre of excellence for customer service. We book the tests via the telephone or via the internet and then deliver the test through a network of test centres right across the country.
The system that we have developed for the DSA revolves around 3 key areas. The applicant coming in via the booking system, the DSA running the entire process end to end, and the examiners who actually need to have the right information to ensure that that applicant gets the test centre, having passed his theory test, having had the right licence, and then the feedback that says either he's passed or she's failed and why they failed. So the system is an end-to-end process. And we have a saying that says, automate where appropriate. So we have introduced a range of automated technologies that reduce the manual processes that the DSA did have 10 years or so ago.
The deployment team put onto the system examiner availability. So that means that at every test centre there are X number of slots available for tests.
The applications would come from 3 sources generally, a call centre clerk booking the test, the internet booking system and the automatic telephone.
They go in via the website, they authenticate who they are, they pay for their test and they book a date for their test. Those 3 things are vital to be done up front. Should they need to contact somebody, they can call a call centre.
That's on the 26th of November.
When a person contacts the centre, the agents are able to look at the screens which show them the different test centres available and are able to tell the customer which slots and which time are available and hopefully book it.
It's very simple to use, to be honest. It's window-based, tabbed. You've very limited knowledge needed to use it. You move from one screen to another, starting with the booking, simple questions. Where do you want to have your test? Any special needs, any requirements that the actual customer has, and you just take it from there and you actually choose a date.
It may sound quite simplistic, but for me it's the colours, it's quite straightforward. Basically I can see if an examiner is available because it's white, I can see if he has test booked in because it's yellow, and I can see if there's a problem there because it's red.
The system ensures that examiners are deployed to the right test centre at the right time, and obviously what we don't want is examiners sat at a test centre twiddling their thumbs because there's nobody there to test.
As a result of the Capita system, the examiners are currently utilised 80% of their time.
Can I have a look at your driving licence and your photo ID, please?
They know that when an applicant arrives for a test, it's already been pre-authorised, has gone through a validation check, has integrated with the DVLA to check they are the right person, have the right license. So when they come up, they are fully briefed.
The main benefits to the driving examiner are that at the start of the day they have their work sent to them, they know exactly what candidates are going to be turning up, and they can manage their workload accordingly.
I can see at a glance where the examiners are, what they're doing, what kind of tests they're providing, how they're using the time. I can check in the past, I can check on a day-to-day basis, I can check in the future as well, so I can make sure that each examiner at each test centre is being used effectively. I can forward plan to make sure that in the future they're still going to be used effectively.
The paperwork that the examiners currently fill in on test are actually scanned into the system, and that provides lots of information as to what actually went on test. It also highlights whether we have any problems with specific examiners or specific aspects of the test.
It's given us all of the tools not only to manage the bookings and manage the deployment of examiners to test centres, it gives us the ability to produce reports which gives us details of candidates that haven't been able to book a test straight away. We can then find them a date and send them the confirmation. It also allows businesses to be able to register with us. They can ring up with a business ID and book as many tests as they have in one transaction.
We have to be mindful of being able to respond to customers the way they want to correspond or contact us. So these are things that we're looking at into the future, such as SMS texting.
We are always working with the business to try and identify where innovation can be introduced and what the benefit is, A, to the applicant, to the organisation, and ultimately to the examiner also.
Some of the things that we've introduced over the last couple of years, first of all, was an advanced speech recognition system, and that enables customers to phone the contact centre and actually do a transaction without actually speaking to a member of staff. And we are looking at working with Capita in the future to roll that out to a fully fledged automated system.
We understand and we know where the DSA wants to go in terms of future European legislation. That helps us then design with them at a very high level as well as an operational level the right systems to meet their needs.